The main text area is the main content area for your homepage. If we take a look at a sample homepage, I've got Gallery 1 loaded in this one. We're talking about this area here, this block right here. You'll notice that there's some text below. In this particular layout, that's controlled by some other text areas, and the main text area that we're dealing with is right here. So let's see how that corresponds in our main text area. Here's that same exact text, and we're going to be working with that. Actually, in this case, we're just going to get rid of this and start with some new text, and then we're going to manipulate that text using the toolbar here, so you can learn how to use these tools in the main text area and also other text areas that you see throughout SiteProgress. So let's first get rid of this text, and we can do it in one of two ways. If we're just getting rid of text, we can go ahead and highlight the text we want to get rid of and hit the delete or backspace key, which will work just fine. However, there's also a tool up here called New Document, which will basically clear everything out. So if you're trying to erase a page that's got not just text, but also images or other things on it, and you want to get rid of everything cleanly, this is the best way to do it. So you can just hit New Document. It gives you a little warning, making sure you want to get rid of everything. And in this case, it's okay, so we'll say yes, and now we've got a clean slate. So I've got some text that I got from a web article that I was reading earlier today, and I'll just paste that text in. So we'll work with this piece of text. So I'll go ahead and save that. And real quick, we'll just check and verify that everything is working properly by refreshing the home page and see that now, yes, that text is there. And this is the process that you'll go through, going back and forth between your admin and the actual site to make sure that you're getting the results that you want. So let's do some text manipulation of this paragraph. The first thing let's do is let's learn how to make the font different color, the text a different color. So I'm going to grab a little piece of this paragraph, and I'll go up here to my Select Text Color tool, and this again is probably very familiar to you in using Word or other programs. We can just pull down this menu, and there's several pre-selected colors, or we can go down and hit More Colors. And if we do that, it pops up a window that's got a color picker, and we can just move our mouse over, and if we click and hold and drag, you'll see down there in the lower right hand corner there's a swatch, and that's changing colors as I move my cursor, and I can just find the color that I want to use for this text. In this case, I'll just use a red, and I'll say apply, and there we have red text. You can add a background color to the text if you'd like, the same way. I'm also going to apply some styles to this particular piece of text, so I'll re-highlight it, and I want to make it bold and I want to make it italic. Now, I also want to make it a little bit larger than the other text in this paragraph, so I can do that with my font size pull down. Here's several font sizes available for you to choose from. The default is about a 3, which is corresponds to 12-point type. So I want to go a little larger than the default, so I'll try a 4, which is 14-point. And there I can see the results of that, and that looks good. So now I want to break this page up, though, because I want this line to really pop. So what I want to do is I want to return this line so it's on its own line. Now there's two ways you can do this, and I want to talk about doing returns for a second. If you just click down and hit your return or enter key, you'll notice what happens here is you get a space, a one-line space, and maybe that's what you want, depending on how you're breaking up your text. However, if you don't want that, I'll go back and say if you just want to have it wrap to the next line, you just hold the Shift key down while you do your return or your enter, and that will just wrap it to the next line. So depending on whether you want a space or not, use the Shift key if you don't, and just hit enter or return if you do want a space. So I want that, and then I want to bring this line down the same way, so I'm going to hold the Shift key down and have it wrap around like that. So that's what I want, so that my red highlighted text has got its own line. Now, I'm also going to change the alignment. Everything here, as you can see, is by default aligned to the left. So I can just click anywhere in the area and go up to the Align tools and say, no, I want to align this center. So now that's starting to look more like what I want. So let me save it at this point and just double check it on our page to make sure that it's all translating the way that I want it to. And sure enough, it is. And that's exactly what I want. So now we've added text and we've manipulated it. Let's look at some other things that you can do that are going to be pretty common as you build your pages out across your website. And probably the most common thing would be to add an image. to this. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to put my image above the text. So I'm just going to highlight my cursor down right there. I'm going to hold the Shift key down and hit Enter Return twice to create some gap. And now I'm going to put my image right in this area. If you don't know how to upload images to SiteProgress, which is the first step in the process, you need to have them uploaded first. Please take a look at the Upload Manager tutorial, which shows you exactly how to upload images into SiteProgress. I've already preloaded an image that I want to use for this, and where I get that from is over here. You'll see this piece of text called Show Images. If I click that button, it will give me thumbnails and file names for all the images that I have uploaded into SiteProgress earlier. And these are some samples from another demo that I did. So down here, well, this is the image that I want. So what I really need here is the file name. So I can click and drag and get the file name. You can also just triple click if you want to get the entire file name, either way. So I'm going to copy the name of that file. Now I'm going to go back over here to my text area and put my cursor down where I want this image to go. And then up here in the toolbar is a little picture of a tree, and that's the Insert Image tool. I'm going to click that and open up its window. There's a path that's preset for you. You want to leave this images / in, and you just want to take the file name that you copied and you want to paste it at the very end of that line. So you have no spaces or anything like that. And you can confirm that you have done this successfully by going down to the preview area here and just clicking once. And if the image that you want pops up in the preview window, then this pathing is correct. So sure enough, it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Insert. And you get a little a warning with images about adding text for people with disabilities, and you can choose to add an alt title if you want. In this case, we're just going to say OK and drop it in. So there's our image. It's centered with everything else, and it's looking the way we want it. So I'll go ahead and save that, and let's take a look at the results on the actual page. And sure enough, there's my image. You'll note that SiteProgress puts a little shaded 1 pixel border around your images that just gives it a clean, finished look and matches with the styling of the page. So there we have it. Looks really good. So let's go ahead now that we've completed that part and just look at a couple other tools up here and that you might be using commonly when you are building your pages. The first, actually, I want to go all the way back over here and show you the toggle full screen mode. Sometimes when you're building a page here, it can get, if it's large and a lot of content, you might start to have to scroll to see everything. If you want, you can use this toggle full screen mode, which if you click this, it gives you the whole browser window area to work in. Now you can't save here. You have to go back to the other view to save, but you can work in the full screen mode and then come back down and save your changes as you want. Probably the other most common thing that you'll do is create links with your text, or you can create links to images, either to other pages on your website or external websites. So let me show you how you do that really quickly. Let's say we're going to link to another page on our site. So we'll go to the second page here on the website, this How It Works page, and this is another sample page. And what I need is the file name for this page, and I can find that up here in the location bar. Now, since this is an internal link, meaning linking to another page on our site, I don't need the entire address. I just need the file name, which I can get by going after the very last slash and just copying everything past the last slash. So I'm going to copy that file name, and now I'm going to go ahead and create a link to that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick, let's say, this last line of text is going to be my link. Now sometimes people like to have a look of having hypertext links underlined so that people know that they're clickable. And if you want that look, you have to set that up yourself, and it's very simple. Just go ahead and go to the underline tool and click underline. If you don't want that, then obviously you don't need to do that. And so now let's go ahead and set our actual link to this piece of text that we've got highlighted, and we do that right here with the link tool. And that opens up another window, and again there's a pre-populated path. We want to leave that there, and then we want to just paste in this file name that we copied from the location bar and go ahead and say Insert. That'll change it to a blue on the admin side, which just confirms for you that it's an actual hypertext link. So we'll go ahead and save this, and let's see how that looks on, we'll have to go back to the page that we did it on, which is the home page, and we'll refresh the page. And now when I go and we see the link, and sure enough, we roll over it and it highlights. And when I click it, it'll move from the home page to that second page. So it's just that simple to create links to any page, from any page to any page within your site, simply by copying the file name and then creating those links. Now, you could also create a link to an external site. So let's do that really quickly. Let's just say for the sake of this demo, we'll just link to Google. So I'm going to first go to the page that I want to link to, and in this case, since it's an external link, I need the entire address, not just a file name. So I'm going to copy the entire thing, and I'll just close out this window. And now let's go back. And let's just use this same link. Now I can get rid of the old linking information by just highlighting it and clicking the unlink tool, which will take the link out. And then I can just re-highlight it and use link again. And this time I will get rid of this pathing, because this pathing is the internal pathing, but now I'm going to replace it with an entire link of Google. And I also want this link to open up in a separate browser window so that my website doesn't go away. And we can do that here with this target. So we'll change it from open in this window to open in a new window. And then we'll go ahead and hit insert. Okay, and then now we'll go ahead and save that. We'll go back to, we need to go back to the home page again where this exists, and we'll refresh the page. And now when we have this link, and the same exact link, we'll go ahead and click on it, and we'll see that it opens up another window and populates it with Google for us. And the existing website is still open, just the result that we wanted. Great. Okay, so one other type of linking that you might be using that we'll cover is creating a hypertext link to a file that the user can download, like a doc file or a PDF file. And that's done in the same basic way. So let me show you that really quickly. I'll use the same section here, and I'll go ahead and unlink the old link. And now, if you don't know how to upload a file, again, go to our File Manager tutorial, and it'll show you how to upload files. So you need to upload the file first, and once you have it, it'll show up over here. Just like in images shows up in Show Images, files show up in Show Files. So here again, these are just some sample Word files, and I'll just grab one of them, grab the file name, click and drag on that, and copy that file name. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the same thing that we've been using for all of our samples here. And again, I want to hit the link tool. And again, since this is internal, this file exists inside our website, we'll leave our pathing, and I just go ahead and I paste in the name of the file that I just copied from over there, and I hit insert. That creates, again, a hypertext link for us. And if I hit save, then we'll go over to the website and refresh this page. And now instead of Google, which is what we had before, I'll go ahead and click this. And what will happen is a pop-up will come up, and it'll ask me if I want to download the file. And I'll just click, if I click OK, it'll download the file, and then I'll be able to open it, or sometimes, depending on how a user has things set up, it might automatically open. Also, if it's a file like a PDF and the user has a PDF plugin for their browser, it could just open up right in their browser window, depending on how they have that set up. So that's how you attach files. It's very simple. You can also do all of these linking things to images the same way by just clicking on the image and then using the linking tool in the exact same way. That's main text area. If you have any questions about it, please send us an email at support@siteprogress.com.